razors, shock you like tasers. Can't nobody phase us, bitch, you better praise us. Or else we're ripping flesh till nothing's left. The smell of death is on my breath, plus the squirting from her neck. What a mess, I must confess, the sex was best after she died. So I stabbed out both her eyes, then I cut out her insides and nipped the blood between her thighs.
Set you on fire and watch your body burning slow. Your screams are fading.
You don't wanna face us, you'll scream no.
From the earth we were brought up. You can try to run, but you know you can't stop us. We are the children of the grave. Revolution is our name, from the blood we're sustained. From the earth we were brought up. You can try to run, but you know you can't stop us. We are the children of the grave. Revolution is our name, from the blood we're sustained.
I'm a fight from all the pills I take. Suicidal failure, I'll fuck your face and ejaculate on your baby's nice shit. Ghosts hanging in my den. You fuckers shouldn't have let me in. You don't want it, you can't win, come on.
The flesh is ripping, the blood is dripping. We crave it, we need it, give it to us please. Every moment we must seize, so we feast on the living. You don't wanna face us, you'll scream no.
From the earth we were brought up. You can try to run, but you know you can't stop us. We are the children of the grave. Revolution is our name, from the blood we're sustained. From the earth we were brought up. You can try to run, but you know you can't stop us. We are the children of the grave. Revolution is our name, from the blood we're sustained.
The blood, it seeps your clothes. I can't feel your pulse. Now I'm falling in love. This is beautiful, not unusual. A death ritual, I can't seem to get enough. You don't wanna face us, you'll scream no.
From the earth we were brought up. You can try to run, but you know you can't stop us. We are the children of the grave. Revolution is our name, from the blood we're sustained. From the earth we were brought up. You can try to run, but you know you can't stop us. We are the children of the grave. Revolution is our name, from the blood we're sustained. From the earth we were brought up. You can try to run, but you know you can't stop us. We are the children of the grave. Revolution is our name, from the blood we're sustained. From the earth we were brought up. You can try to run, but you know you can't stop us. We are the children of the grave. Revolution is our name, from the blood we're sustained.
You'll scream no. 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 You'll scream no.
What's up? Rayne here, live on Rayne's Storm of Blood on a Saturday night. I am kicking it here in the studio with the one and only SickTanick. I know that a lot of you have been anticipating this. What's up, Sick? What's going on?
Yo, hello everybody. Thank you for tuning in tonight and thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Good deal, good deal. It's definitely exciting for us to have you on here, and I know it's exciting for the fans too. I can tell by the numbers. We see you out there.
Yeah. Fast, SKR fan shit. I love you guys.
Well, I mean, what's been going on recently, man? I mean, what have you been working on recently? I know, I see your post, on Facebook every day, but the people that don't have you, added or aren't, always, I guess you would say, internet savvy, they probably don't know, everything that's going on. But I mean, what projects are you currently working on? Any new music going on right now, or plans, for another album?
So basically, I just got through dropping a free EP, called B.S.E, and that was I think 2 months ago, something like that. And as far as what I'm working on now, we're working on S.P.R, the mixtape, Volume 3, Volume 4. And so, I don't know if it's 3 or fucking 4, to be honest with you.
It's one of them.
To be completely honest, I'm you know what I'm saying? It's been a long fucking day. But I'm working on material for that right now. This one's going to be probably the longest out of all the mixtapes, even longer than around about the first one. We're looking at probably around 32 tracks, something like that. It's going to be obviously myself, Radical, Snitch Mouth, 2 clips. And yeah, we're going to have a lot, new solo material. We're going to have some inter-camp collabs. We're going to have some collabs with people outside of the camp. And it's going to be really cool. So we're working on that, and, I'm always in the studio doing, paint mixing projects or mastering or beats or, this, that, and the other. So, I stay pretty busy with a variety of stuff,
Yeah. Definitely so. I mean, you seem like one of the more busy people, actually in the underground scene right now. I mean, it doesn't seem like you have any breaks. It's either, you're on a tour, or, you're making new music, or you're, doing something with the label. I mean, so that kind of prompts me, to ask you, I mean, in terms of, being SickTanick, and having, garnered so much professional success in the underground. I mean, what's that like to, be you? I mean, I know you must love it or you wouldn't do it, but I mean, are there ever any days where you're just like, oh no, I just don't want to get out of bed?
Well, as far as my work ethic goes, this is what I do, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of people's problems out there that are having problems with their music, wherever, they're fucking lazy, and I'm not really a lazy person, you know what I'm saying? So, it's like the saying that I have. Not the saying that I have, but the saying I go by. Sorry, we had company drop in. What up, Jimmy? Sorry. Anyways, the saying that I go, I live my life by pretty much is do without what shall be the whole law. And what's the very first word in that? It's do. And we had a conversation. I had a conversation with some good people last week or 2 weeks ago, and someone brought up that point, and it just struck a chord with me, and that's what I do. As far as being me, man, I don't know. It's different. I guess I don't really know. I don't look at myself as anything unique or special, other than the fact that I'm my own person and I do my own thing. But it kind of irks me sometimes when people are like, oh, you're famous, or and I guess some people could argue that, but I don't think of myself like that. So to me, other than the knowledge I've gained and wisdom and techniques and so on and so forth, I'm still the same dude that I was when I was still that little chunky fat kid, you know what I'm saying, back in elementary school.
Before everybody was screaming it out at the shows.
What'd you say?
I said before everybody was screaming out your name at the shows, you're still the same guy.
Yeah, I'm still the same dude that I always have been, and I'm very humbled by the fact that there's kids out there with fucking SKR tattoos, SickTanick tattoos. People buy our records, and people come see us on tour, and it's kind of surreal for me, man. It's it's a trip to me. I always knew my thing was music, but I never thought that I'd really get to the level I'm at now and done some of the things that I've done, and I'm just so very grateful and humbled by it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just think of me as me, though. I'm not like, oh, I'm a celebrity. I'm not like that. You know, I'm really not, and I really despise, you know, people who are like that. I really try to stay humble, and, you know, once in a while my ego will flare up, but that's only if I'm pushed. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I just try to stay humble.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, and I've just got to ask you, because of the fact that, you know, there are so many fans and things like that. I mean, is it difficult when they try to, I guess you would say, get a little bit too far into your personal life when, you know, I mean, obviously you have a personal life aside from this that you show the public. I mean, does it ever get kind of annoying that the fans kind of think, okay, just because they're your fans, they can get just, you know, too close and ask, you know, too close to personal questions and things like that? I mean, how do you deal with that?
Well, I think the thing that kind of does get irritating at times is that certain fans, like the, you know, kind of, I guess you could say, like the crazy ones, they feel a sense of entitlement because they're my fan. And that's when they try and get a little bit too personal with me. And, you know, everyone knows, dude, like, I love my fans. I adore them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've gone above and beyond to do things for some of these kids that no other artist in their right fucking mind would do. And, you know, when someone starts getting invasive, I'm a blunt dude. If I'm not feeling something, I'm gonna tell you. You know, hey, you know, the fuck you thinking, answering me, you know, asking me that question, like, you should, A, you already know the answer, or B, like, it's my personal shit, like, just listen to the music. You know, that's one thing. I think some fans take me for granted because I am so nice to my fans, and because I am so, I guess you could say, close. I'm a lot closer, and you know, all of us here, we're a lot closer with our fans than a lot of other artists out there that are on the same level or above us. You know, so because we're like that, I think sometimes certain fans, they get a sense of entitlement. They get spoiled by it, and they don't know the difference, so they cross that line, and, you know, you kind of have to just push them back a little bit and be like, yo, you know, that ain't how it is, you know, no love lost, but...
Yeah, and no love lost, but you're not my blood brother here, you know?
Well, yeah, you know, I get the understanding, you know, when people call me fam, like, you know, family, I'm like, I don't take it for what it is, but there's, you know, I just take it as slang, you know what I'm saying? But when certain people really do, they're like, yo, you know, like, I consider you like a father figure, or I consider you like my brother.
Oh, wow.
Or, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not into that. You know, I have, to me, personally, the title of brother or sister is strictly held for fellow brothers and sisters in the organization that I'm in, the fraternal society that I'm in. I take that very seriously. So, you know, don't get me wrong, if someone's just like, yo, what up, brother? I'm not going to get upset, but when someone's like, yo, I really think of you as my brother, I'm like, no.
You're like, hey, stop thinking that way.
Yeah, don't think that way, like, mad love and shit, but that's not a title that you get. That's not a title that anyone gets other than the appropriate people. So, you know, there's never anything personal, and that's a downside to this thing, too, because we communicate more so with our fans, and we're really nice and close to them. A lot of people take things really personal, too. So it's a double-edged sword, you know what I'm saying? But I do my absolute best to balance it. I guess is the best way I can put it.
Well, that's what's up. And I mean, you spoke about, you know, you always kind of knew that music was your thing and whatnot. You know, when did you actually get this started? You know, and how did you, you know, come about, you know, that you were SickTanick? I mean, that's a pretty unique name.
Well, I mean, ever since I was like a little boy, like, music has just been my thing. Like, my grandmother, I grew up with my grandmother. She had like an old organ synth type thing called a fun machine. That was in my old bedroom, and whenever I was like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years old, I'd play with it. And I'd just start playing keys, and I'd just put on these weird drum beats with one key, and, you know, these polka beats, and I'm just sitting there having a fucking blast. And as the years went on and I got older, I wanted to play more and more. I taught myself kind of how to play piano. I mean, I don't play piano, like, per se. I'm not classically trained by any means. But just playing something and feeling it and know it's in the right octave, the right note set, the right chord formation. You know, I'm a natural musician. I use my ear. I have had 1 year of musical theory training, and I did that whenever I started playing guitar. And then I play bass, and I do synth work, and, you know, so it's just always just been a part of me, man, since I was a little boy. Music, you know, it was just like, oh, this is something special to me. So, and then as far as becoming SickTanick, this whole thing was a joke at first. I'm a metalhead. I'm a metalhead. That's what I used to do. I used to play in a metal band, and my band broke up, and after looking at a major record deal too, and the singer fucked it up for us. But anyways, the band broke up, and I didn't really know what to do with myself at that point. I was like, well, I can go try and find another band to join, or I don't know. And I've always liked rap music, you know, old school Bone Thugs and Eazy-E and Spice One, the Ghetto Boys, you know, old school E.M.U.S.E.R, you know, all this different stuff. So, you know, I've always listened to it. So one day, I literally sat down and I was like, I'm going to see if I can write a fucking rap song. Just to see if I can do it. Why not? You know, let's amuse people. So I did it, and, you know, it was a joke to me, you know, look at Mr. Metal fucking doing a rap song. And so I showed it to the people that I was around at that time, and they were like, yo.
That's good.
Yeah, dude, like, what the fuck? And I'm like, really? Well, cool, thank you, you know, and I've always made beats, because I used, even before I was in a metal band, I did industrial type stuff, and synth work and stuff, so I started making my own beats and writing these songs and recording them, and at that point I didn't even have a name, you know, and one day, because way back then, whenever I was young and stupid, not to say, you know, not to allude to anything here, but to me, you know, whenever I was young and dumb, I was really, really, really into gore, you know, and like snuff films and fucking the most, you know, Ogrish.com and Latin, and, you know, and at that time too, I would have called myself a Levian Satanist way back then. So I had a homeboy, he was like, yo, you're satanic. He was like, you know, you're satanic. And he was like, and you are a sick motherfucker because all you do is sit here and watch snuff films all day. He was like, so, he was like, let's combine that. He was like, you're SickTanick. And we just kind of, you know, we kind of looked at each other and I was like, well, fuck yeah, let's do it. You know, so then, you know, SickTanick was born, and it's always, you know, still the same dude, but that's my rap name.
That is the name with the legend. And I mean, with occult rapping, I mean, you are the one and only, you know, occult rapper. You know, you seem to have come up with that by yourself. I mean, how did you come up with that concept? You know, and does it ever like bug you when people, you know, group you with the rest of horrorcore? You're like, wait a minute, no, I'm occult rap, or, you know, does it kind of all go hand in hand, or?
Well, you know, for a while there, the best way I could, you know, even back in the day, I never called myself horrorcore, I called myself wicked shit. Way back in the day, like in the primitive days when I first started. As time went on, and my personal journey into the occult got deeper and deeper, and especially after I became an initiate, the thing for me was that my music changed, because my music is a reflection of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, aside from like shit like the Lament configurations, that to me is my only horrorcore album, because to me, and I know people argue with me, but I don't give a shit. This is my personal opinion, and it's not going to change. Wicked shit, by definition, to me, is fucking hardcore rap with a satanic, or, you know, like an evil, blasphemous, satanic element to it with a little bit of street rap. And I say that because E.M.U.S.E.R created the wicked shit. I don't give a fuck what anyone says about that either. E.M.U.S.E.R created the wicked shit, and that's what E.M.U.S.E.R was. He had hardcore street rap, you know what I'm saying, and fucking with this little satanic, you know, evil flair to it, and, you know, he talks about dealing dope and shit. So that's wicked shit to me. Horrorcore is when people tell a story in a song that's horror influenced. So you have your hack and slash, your horror, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger, Jason, Michael Myers. Well, you're telling a story about that. That's horrorcore. It's storytelling. It's horror storytelling. To me, that's what horrorcore is. Occult rap, and this is why I distinguish myself from both of those genres, is the reflection the lyrical reflection of being an initiate. So, I'm an occultist. I'm a Thelmite. But also I would call myself an occultist because I study multiple systems. And I'm learning all the time about new occult systems. So, I am an initiate. And so my lyrics are different than any of that because they're reflections of a man after his initiations. And so I think that is the fundamental difference because I don't do a lot of killing in my music. I don't. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and whenever I do, like take a song, for instance, like Ritual Rape. What a lot of people don't know about that song is I'm talking about spiritual rape by God, by Jesus Christ. So it's a metaphor and it's a symbolic thing, once again, relating back to what occult rap is.
Yeah, not particularly physical.
Yeah, well, it's all, esoteric and symbolic. It all has a meaning that you wouldn't know at face value, unless you're into this stuff. So, and a lot of people just think Ritual Rape is just a song about me breaking into some bitch's house and raping her. And that's what it would come across. But if you look a little bit deeper at the lyrics, there's a couple lines in there where you'll be like, well, now I'm starting to get the picture.
Yeah.
So that is why I am definitely different than horrorcore or wicked shit, because it's all reflections of an initiate. And the reason I say that there's no one else out there that does it that I'm aware of, I heard the name of some other rapper. I can't remember the dude's fucking name. But he comes from the same place I come from. And I don't know. It's as far as I know, it's like a hobby type deal. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I'm trying to be on a professional or serious level. So
yeah.
Until people out there start taking initiations and start turning their lyrics into symbolic things with a deeper meaning, and they actually understand what they're trying to say, then there can be other occult rappers out there. But there's not.
Yeah, so I mean, does it offend you? I mean, if somebody's like, oh yeah, I'm an occult rapper, I mean, you're like, no, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have no things grow. And I understand, you know what I'm saying? I've coined a term. Once you coin a term, someone else is going to use that term.
Yeah.
I'm not oblivious. And people are welcome to use the term if they so wish. But I will know, because I know I know a lot of fuckers in the underground, that they're full of shit. And, hey, if you want to be full of shit and try and use, make it a gimmick, then by all means, look like an asshole. That's fine by me. The one thing for me is that I've gotten props from circles of people that no ordinary rapper, especially in this genre, would ever get. Because these people know what I'm talking about. They know, the symbolism I'm using, and they understand it. You know what I'm saying? So, I got love, finally, I got a little bit of love in the occult community and in academia, a little bit. And that's enough for me. That was always one of my biggest goals as, what I am today is to get respect from those circles. Like, hey, there's some fucking punk kid who's, read fucking stuff online and wants to use the symbolism to be cool, and that's his gimmick. No. It's It's not like
No,
that.
you actually follow up. Yeah, it's serious and it's personal to you. And I know a lot of people have, shown a lot of interest, in your religious path, and how that has changed you and how that has, shaped you as a person. I mean, is there anything, to those that are curious out there, because that question kept coming up over and over and over again, as far as your religion and people being curious about that. Is there anything that you would like to say to them about it?
Well, the best way for me to sum up everything is to say, do what thou wilt, be the whole of the law, love is the law, love under will. If you are interested in Solema, or you're interested, in Solemic organizations such as the OTO or AA, my best advice to you would be to look on the United States Grand Lodge website, which I believe is OTO.org. You just basically go to Google and type in Ordo Templi Orientis, and the Grand Lodge website will come up first. Go there, look in your area, see if there's an OTO body, lodge, oasis, whatever, if there's OTO people by you, and attend the Gnostic Mass. Get in contact with the body master over there, the head of the lodge, trying to contact whatever. There'll always be contact information. Contact them, let them know your interest in Solema and the Gnostic Mass, whatever, and go. Get in contact with them, and, from there it's on you and them, but, that's really all I can really say is...
It's just to get out there and try.
Yeah, if you're genuinely interested, then make contact and look into it. Otherwise, I highly suggest reading Book 4 by Aleister Crowley, The Book of the Law by Aleister Crowley, and you can go to hermetic.com/Solema, and there is a whole slew of information on there, and read the message of the Master Therion. And from there, it's all on you. You know what I'm saying? One thing I do want to make clear real quick to my listening audience, because I know a lot of you aren't familiar with this stuff. I want to nip something in the butt right now. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law does not mean do what you want. as much as you'd probably like it to be that way.
Yeah, there are consequences.
Yeah, definitely not. And I would also say, please, I implore you, if you're not serious, and, don't do it because of me. Please don't do it because of me. Do it because you have a genuine interest in this stuff. Otherwise, don't waste people's time. Don't make contact. Don't go out of your way to do any of this. Just read some books and call it a day. But if you're genuinely interested and you think, this is for you, then do what I said to do.
Sounds like a plan right there.
Yeah, Solema and the OTO is a huge part of my life, and I'm so very grateful that I'm involved in this stuff, and I absolutely love it, and it's changed me for the better, and it's helped me find me, so there's nothing definitive, ever, but the education I've received from all this is just outstanding, and I got so much love for all my people out there. You know who you are, so just know that.
Awesome. And okay, now everybody was waiting on this EP that you had just dropped, because you were keeping all of us updated and we were getting all excited about it, and it had a different name before it was released, and a lot of people may not know that, but what was the mindset behind this album, and why was there a name change? Why did it turn into Duplexity?
Well, the whole theme of the album, is the struggle with oneself. So, with the, it's light and darkness. We all have a good side. We all have a bad side, and it's trying to find the balance between the two. So originally, I was going to call the album, and it was in a foreign language, it was in German. I don't know the proper pronunciation, so I'm not going to make a fool of myself. But basically, the translation was War with God, or At War with God. And originally, that was like, oh yeah, because, that's what it is. I'm at war with myself, and I'm God. So, but I knew that people would get a album was going to be, and I didn't want people to get this album and think, oh, it's going to be fucking Christian slaughtering and fucking kill fucking this and that, you know, and because that's not what the album is.
Yeah.
So I changed it. I was like, what's another way to describe this and get across what the record's about? And so I thought, oh, duplexity. This is the duplexity of the situation. There we go, duplexity. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much, you know, that record is really different. It's a different type of SickTanick record because I'm at a different part of my life now. You know, and like I said, my music is a reflection of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So, you
so
know,
basically,
it's
each
a
album is kind of a
but-
stage. It's kind of like these stages as you get older and as you learn more things. It's kind of, you know, almost like people can follow along with you.
Yeah, no, exactly. And, excuse me, I think this record describes, you know, where I'm at in my life right now, in a way, and, you know, it's showing me as a more of a mature artist. You know, it's not, I don't like being cheesy, man. I don't like doing shit that everyone else has done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, in horrorcore, you can only fucking kill someone so many ways, so many times before it's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, before you've killed them in the same way, you know, somehow it's just there was a bathtub involved, you know?
Exactly, and you can only say fuck God and fuck Jesus and hail fucking Satan, even though you have no fucking idea what Satan means. Fucking 1,000 times before it gets redundant as well. And that's, you know, that's why I'm not so much of a big fan of the genre no more, man. There's nothing, you know, outside of a small handful of artists I could probably count on one hand. There's nothing new out there for me, and the quality has decreased so badly, and, you know, so I want to be completely original. I've always wanted to be a completely original artist, and so that's how, you know, I'm trying to approach things, and I'm trying to, a lot of people for a long time said that I was a one-trick pony, that I can only sing about fuck God shit, kill Christians, and hail Satan. Well, I like proving people wrong, you know what I'm saying? So it's been my aim these last records to break the mold, because I don't ever want to be known, you know, necessarily just for one thing. I just want to be respected as a person who does original music. You know what I mean?
And an overall artist, you know, which is something that, you know, definitely, you know, when somebody thinks SickTanick, you know, obviously, you know, we think of your music, but, you know, you're also heading up SKR and doing all this stuff. You're also making beats. You're also, you know, just everywhere kind of, you know, involved in everything. And I mean, that kind of, you know, leads me to my next question. I mean, in terms of, you know, SKR, your label and whatnot, you know, did you, you know, expect things to take off with the label as much as they have?
You know, I knew from way back in the day that SKR was something different and something special. It just needed the right push. So whenever I bought the label, you know what I'm saying? I bought it for a contract that was written pretty much on a fucking napkin. The most stupid shit ever, about for $500 cash.
Oh wow!
So, you know, it was like because I didn't want it. I wanted to run the show, period. And in order for that to happen, I had to buy the rights to the label. So I bought the label because I knew there was something special. And you know, we changed camps a couple times around these parts. So obviously, there was an old school camp, and the next camp, the 2008 camp, and then some people left, and then we had the camp previously before this, you know, dude left just a little bit ago, and now we're down to 4. But the thing is that like to me, it's not always quantity, and that's something I've had to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever you run a record label and you're responsible for numerous artists, that's more shit on your plate.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at certain times I had a little bit too much on my plate. And I'm man enough to admit that, you know what I'm saying? I had a little bit too much on my plate at certain times, but I still made it work. Regardless of what fucking people say, I still made it work. You know, but the thing is that to me, my camp always comes first. Period. I'm not greedy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all about my camp. I'm all about my people.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, when people ask me, you know, well, what do you like more, being a record label owner or being SickTanick? Being SickTanick's cool. You know, I like doing the SickTanick thing. But personally, I think I'm much better of a producer than I am an artist and an engineer. You know, I'm a better producer and engineer than I am an artist, and I'm a better businessman than I am an artist too. So SickTanick kind of always, I put SickTanick last. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it comes down to Release Your Mind or something of like Stitch Mouse or you know what I'm saying? Whatever, whoever's ready at the time, I'll gladly push mine back.
Yeah.
That's no problem. I'm not greedy. I want my people to shine. And, you know, we have this talent search thing going on right now, and, which has been nice. It's been irritating. But
I can imagine you got a bunch of people recording on their Turtle Beach headsets, sending you stuff.
You know, some of the submissions I got, I'm all about being really honest with people, man, you know, and some of the stuff that I've gotten is just, it's just terrible. And, you know, I'm just being honest. I'm not saying that these people are bad people, you know, or fuck them, but I gotta be real. And the quality, delivery, everything about it, I'm just like, why did you even bother? Who's telling you you're good?
Their moms.
Whoever it is lying to you, and they should be a true homie to you and be honest with you and tell you, look, you may have a little bit of potential, but you need to refine your shit, and you need to learn what you're doing. You know, to me, I'm not, that shows me right there. Like, I've been judging these songs within 30 seconds. I've been judging full artists within 30 seconds. If it don't catch me in 30 seconds, or it sounds so bad that I want to turn it off, then that's it. You know, like, I can't, I want professional and serious artists over here, because we're a serious business.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this as a hobby, and you know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't a hobby. Like, I'm out to fucking, you know, do some big things for my people and for myself and for us as a consolidated camp. So knowing that, you have to know that I don't have time to teach you how to rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They've already got to know at this point.
Well, yeah, you know, and I think people should always strive to achieve their dreams. Absolutely. But I think people need to be honest with themselves, and the people around them need to be honest with them. Because, let me tell you, this music business is a cool fucking game. Cool. And the reason so many people don't like me is because I'm blunt about it. I don't do like a lot of these other artists do and blow your head up and tell you you're shit so I can get you to buy a collab from me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not here to kiss anyone's ass. I'm not here to buy all these big name collabs that are going to do absolutely nothing for me but give me bragging rights on Facebook. I'm not a soup, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a fucking soup kitchen, you know, and I'm honest. That is the key word. People want to know why people don't like SickTanick. It's because I'm honest. I don't put up with bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am the most honest motherfucker about this game, and people don't like it because it fucks up their hustle. Because I will be you know what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you and tell you, okay, you want to fucking collab? Well, I'm sorry, like, this is how much you're going to get charged because you're not good.
Yeah, this is how much it's going to charge you.
If you want to, and I'll tell people, you're wasting your money. But if you want to waste your money, this is the price. You know what? I'm not like, yo, man, we can do such a dope track together, dude. Let me tell you, I'll fucking chop up this charge you for that, but I won't tell you till later. And then, yo, we're gonna make this hot track, bro. You're gonna put it on your Facebook. You're gonna get all these likes, bro. You're gonna be the next big thing in the underground. I got mad love for you, dude. I'll put you on my album sometime, or you know, I'll give you this slot on the show, bro. Just pay me this much for this collab. I'm not like that.
Yeah. And so many are like that, and that's how...
Motherfuckers in the game are like that. They hustle you. I'm punt about the hustle. If I'm hustling you, I'm going to tell you I'm hustling you. And if you're dumb enough to pay for it, then cool. My gain. You're lost. You know what I'm saying? I'm honest, man. That's all there is to it. I don't take bullshit. If someone asks me a stupid question, I'm going to give them a fucking, are you retarded? I'm not here to baby anyone. I'm not anyone's fucking father. If you don't like me, cool. None of us are out here to please everyone. We don't care if you like us or you hate us, because we're going to do it regardless.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, I'm going to actually play one of your tracks off of your new EP, Duplexity, God is Dead, Suicide. Is there anything you'd like to say about this song and what went into this song before we play it for everybody? In case they haven't heard it? It seems like it's one of your more popular ones.
I'm actually going to be doing a video to this song. Mm-hmm. And the song was, the beat was inspired by a beat that 3 6 Mafia did recently. They used the fucking Black Sabbath sample, and I was so pissed because I had thought I'm going to make a beat out of that, because I heard the God is Dead track right when it dropped by Sabbath. So I was like, oh, dude, that's good, I'm going to chop that up. And then boom, they beat me to the punch. So I was like, ah, fuck. Well, I still had the original idea, so, I took the C4. I was like, yo, here's the sample, do it up like you do it up. You know what I'm saying? Kill it. And he made one of the dopest beats I've ever spit on. And the lyrics for it were inspired by, people on, pretty much people on social media who are constantly crying for attention. They're not really suicidal. They're not really depressed. There's really nothing wrong with their lives, and yet they fucking, I'm going to kill myself. I'm so alone. Well, dude, then guess what? I'm going to encourage it. So this song is pretty much like a way to tell the world, just like, if you don't like life, then just fucking kill yourself and get it over with. And it's kind of funny. I've never really done like a comedic type track before, so I wanted to, do something kind of funny, and so it has those lines, and yeah, it's fucking Suicide God is Dead.
All right, well, you heard it from SickTanick himself. I will be right back with SickTanick on Rainstorm of Blood. This is God is Dead, Suicide.
Find me with a 12-gauge pump shotgun to my motherfucking grill, with a suicide note that says, don't mind the mess, but clean up if you will. In a mayhem shirt with steel-toe boots, cause you know I gotta keep it real. So many ways to die in such little time. I wanna smell the pine box that I feel. I wanna drink a 5th of Jim Beam, hop in the whip and drive into traffic, while I bump your story with a tragic ending. On the speakers from autumn to ashes, I crash it, head on into a minivan with the family in it. Little Johnny won't make it to school tomorrow because SickTanick was up late sinning. Either that or I'll smoke a bunch of keef, cut my wrist while reciting Frederick Nietzsche, run fully naked on down the streets while I jerk off, and at the same time I'll be drinking bleach. Then I'll lay down on train tracks, wait for the slice and the final impact. Take my head, I don't care about that, just make sure my nutsack can take are still intact. Put my death on TV, my dead body smiling like, yo, you see me? Kill myself for no reason. Then again, it's suicide season, and every day there's a new way to die. So if you wanna do it, have fun and take your time. When you put that gun in your head, just remember that suicide is a suicide. 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 Suicide is fun, just try it. You want a razor blade? I'll buy it. Just remember to cut up and press hard. You don't wanna end up in the ER. You wanna end up in the body bag. A number in the system, another toe tag. Don't you wanna be another statistic? Just do it like Nike and do it sadistic. Right next to your best friend or mother, or your girlfriend under the covers. Pound heroin into your veins, then nod out forever and just drift away. Take a handful of lower tabs, then put a bag on your head, tie it tight and you'll be glad. You'll be joining me down in hell, but don't do it for me, though, do it for yourself. In the meantime, I'll try new methods, self-surgery with no anesthetic. Don't be a pussy, you don't act pathetic. Put my head on the block and I'll get beheaded. Go into the wrong hood and wear the wrong colors like, yo guys, what's good? Or drive me out to Area 51, past the warning signs and watch me run. It always comes in mysterious ways, so I wait, plan it out, kill yourself today. Do yourself the favor, if you believe in God, then go meet your savior. Death in 31 flavors, which one do you like, which one do you savor? And when you put that gun in your head, just remember that. Suicide is a suicide. 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 If you're feeling bullied, kill yourself. And if you're sad or you're mad, kill yourself. And if you hate your dad, kill yourself. And if you're mad at the song, then kill yourself. It's a joke on a serious matter, so why not laugh? It'll make you feel better. No doubt people gonna take it wrong, so they should kill themselves when they buy this song. Have a sense of humor. It's not like I'm making fun of a guy with a brain tumor. Fuck you for starting all those rumors, and I hope your ass dies just a little sooner. I can't help it, I'm sick and twisted. Tell me what's that make you for sitting and listening? Kill yourself if you hate that line. Choke yourself with your mouth full and take your time. I'm not phony and I'm not real bashful. I'm the hamburger bitch, I'm a real Mick asshole. Bet you never thought you'd hear me like this, so get back to the subject at hand. Stay your wrist. Suicide, it's a suicide. Kill yourself real slow while I spit these lines. And like I said, please take your time, because I'm already dead, I got nothing but mine. I kill myself cause I kill these verses. I can spit nonsense and still give it a purpose. I like to change it up because they say I can, so I prove them wrong. Every chance I get, I can pull off any style. Occult rap shows me and I'm taking the wrong route. So when I put this mic to my head, I remember that. Suicide is a suicide. 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 Suicide is a suicide.
Thinking about killing yourself. Thinking about killing yourself.
And what if they say yes, yes, yes?
Well, here's what you don't say.
That's crazy.
Don't be such a drama.
You're making too much of this.
God is dead!
Suicide is a suicide. 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 Suicide is a suicide.
What's up? Rainstorm of Blood is live on a Saturday night. That was SickTanick with God is Dead, Suicide. I got SickTanick actually here. Well, as if you couldn't hear already. What's up, Sick?
SickTanick guy sucks. Real quick, too, before we get back to the questions, I wanted to weigh in on one thing real quick.
Mm-hmm.
The talent contest. Well, some of the entries haven't been so good. Let me tell you, I have about 3 entries right now that I got a serious eye on, and I haven't gotten back with them yet at all. I'm really weird about signing people to my camp, so I like to kind of stalk people and see what they're doing and see their conduct, because being on SKR isn't about just being an artist. They have to be good people too.
Yeah.
So I watch people. I like to see what they do, how they act. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But I do have my eye on people, and I am still getting plenty of submissions. So anyone who wants to submit in, please send your press kit. And a full bio, which should be contained in a press kit. But let me break down a press kit, yo. It comes with a fucking bio, an accomplishments list, fucking anything about touring, some of your audio tracks, links to your music videos. There you go. I just told you what you need. So send me all that stuff to 6beats, SICKS, beats @gmail.com. And if you're looking to get signed, I'm accepting submissions through March. And then if I decide I'm going to sign some people, then I don't know when that'll be announced, but after March is when I'll be getting in contact with any potential artists I'm scouting.
Yeah, so if SickTanick is stalking your Facebook, that's a good sign. Maybe. It might just be because you're doing, you know, really screwed up stuff and he's just watching the train wreck, so you never know. Well, man, I mean, some of the fans have asked, I mean, and, you know, we had talked about this, you know, during the break, and you said you'd weigh in on it. You know, what artists do you really admire and which artists do you really hate and why?
So, the people that I have respect for, are definitely my boys in Darkcast. Those are my peoples right there. Deacon Gino, those are my bros, like a motherfucker. I got mad love for my dude Scum. Of course, he's a real hustler in the game. He's doing fucking things. Insane Poetry, that's my dude right there. Drew, what up, man? Got mad love for him. I got love for Simulation of a Life. Playboy the Beast is cool. He's a cool fucking dude.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, dude can spit. You know what I'm saying? He can spit. It's really fucked up that I can think of more people that I don't like than people that I like. But I'm just being honest. I got love for, there's a couple people I don't want to say because they sent into the contest, and I don't want anyone to think I'm playing favorites or something. So I get,
Exhibit A and Exhibit B.
God, man, I know there's other people out there that I got love for, but I can't think of them. That's just an honest human mistake, you know what I'm saying? Intrinsic, my boy Intrinsic, he is, as far as business goes, I respect him more than anyone because he has his shit on lock. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's a businessman. He's cold and calculated about his business decisions. And, I mean, he does some really big things for himself, you know what I'm saying? So, that big ups my homeboy Intrinsic. He does a goddamn thing. As far as people that I don't like, I'm not going to give anyone the gratification of saying their name because I'm just a cynical dick like that, and I don't believe in fucking giving free promotion. I will say that there's this guy named Dude Bro that I don't like. That guy's a fucking bitch.
Dude Bro? I think I know who that guy is.
I call him Dude Bro because, you know what I'm saying? He's like a dude bro. Like, what's up, dude bro? Like,
didn't he retire?
I'm Metro, but I'm like I'm trying to like be like kind of dark and mysterious, but I'm like really like just a Metro guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I call him Dude Bro. I don't like him.
Yeah, like I said, I think he retired or something. I don't know.
I don't know, man. That guy is, I don't know. when you have like records flop like that, then I mean, jeez, I guess it hurts a little bit. But sadly, SKR might really know about that. So
yeah, wouldn't know anything about just making $260, anything like that.
Yeah, I like 2 cents, or I don't know. I don't like that guy. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. That's not going to change.
Yeah.
I tried. I really genuinely did try, but dude wanted to be my friend, and I'm not a fake-ass motherfucker. So I declined his friendship and said, let's just do business, and he wasn't about it. He wanted to be fucking, you know what I'm saying? He wanted me to turn Metro or something. I'm just, God, man, I'm just not about that, you know what I'm saying? I don't like fucking, you know what I'm saying, that shit. I don't like whisper ninjas. God, there's just, I'm trying to prevent diarrhea of the mouth right now.
So hard sometimes, isn't it?
Here's the thing, man. I mean, I'm obviously being a really big smart ass, because that's just me. I like to troll sometimes, and that's how I feel. I'm just a smart ass. But, really, and let me clarify this too. There's a difference between not liking and hating someone. You know what I'm saying? I think once again, I can count on one hand people that I genuinely hate in this world. And when I mean hate, I mean, I would literally throw a party if they died. I would literally piss on their headstones. I despise the very fact that their mother conceived them and fucked their mother for spreading her cunting fucking legs. You know what I'm saying? And that's not really anything I'm covering right now. As far as not liking people, dude, a lot of people, they talk a lot of shit about us, you know, and the shit that they say is bullshit. Straight up fucking bullshit. And they create these things, they create these lies to try and propagate with, you know, their point. As Carol Sailing Hall. No, dude, we're not going anywhere. Like, I'm sorry to tell you, we're not stopping. We're growing at an exponential rate still every year, and I won't stop until that growth stops, and the growth isn't going to stop. So, I think the people that I don't like are the people who are ignorant. So if this applies to you, then, I mean, you're guilty as charged, so I don't like you. If you're ignorant, if you try and crack yourself up to be a lot bigger than you are, I'm talking strictly artists. And what I mean by that is people who fake the funk, like, oh, I'm doing this, and fucking blah, blah. No, you're not. Just because you have fucking Facebook likes, or just because you have like 100 views on YouTube, or because you bought a fucking collab on someone, that doesn't mean you're doing things. I'm sorry to tell you the
It just means you have the money. All it means is you have the money to buy somebody.
Yeah, I don't respect people who crack themselves up to be bigger than they are. I respect people who are confident about their product and who are honest about what they're doing in the game. But people who try and blow themselves up to be bigger than they are, I don't like you. People who buy into the fucking rumor train and believe what other people say about us instead of coming to us to find out for yourself, I don't like you. People who try and create competition within my camp, I don't like you. SKR is not about one person or two people or three people.
Yeah, you're all so different. I mean, I don't understand that one because you're all so different. You would think, I mean, how do you measure up SickTanick versus Razakel versus Stitchmouth versus Two Clips? I mean, y'all all bring something different to the table.
Exactly. I don't like that shit, and I don't, you know, I have no respect for other, if you want to call them record labels, you can. Do that.
The internet startups.
Yeah, you know, if you, let me see here, I really don't like when people say stupid fucking shit to me, like shocking shit, to try and like get one over on me, as in like they're trying to impress me.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're one of the people who hit me up and say like, dude, I fucking sacrificed a rabbit to Satan the other night, fucking, yeah, bro, I just signed this pact with the devil, and fucking, I'm gonna become a huge star, or, you know, did you know that fucking, the Aleister Crowley is fucking related to George Bush, and fucking Alex Jones, and fucking, I don't like you. If you're a fucking asshole, I don't like you. If you're a toxic fucking artist, whether you deserve to be or not, I don't like you. And, you know, I love all my fans unconditionally, but please, guys, stop fucking calling me a Satanist, because I'm not a fucking Satanist.
I know I had to delete like 10 questions that were like, what's it like to be a Satanist? I'm like, it's not the same thing.
Yeah, no, you know, let me clarify something. So Lema isn't bubblegum and candy canes either.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we call our prophet was called Aleister Crowley. The prophet of the Aeon was called, you know, Aleister Crowley, the Great Beast, 666. You know what I'm saying? And we talk about Babylon, and we make references. This Lema isn't just about fucking, you know, ultimately it is like life, love, and liberty, but dude, you have to embrace both sides. You know, we have like these, we have this book called the Galatia, and, you know, people can say we summon demons, you know what I'm saying, if you want to call it that. Some people argue that it's the subconscious. Other people argue that we're talking about real fucking entities, you know, demons. Mm-hmm. It's up to you, whichever you decide. But, you know, so don't think that I'm a new age hippie either, because I'm not. I definitely have an admiration and respect for the infernal, for the darker things in life. I have somewhat of a respect for some of the, so-called sinister tribes or traditions, and other what people call the left-hand path. I think you have to know both. It's not just about being filled with light, because light comes. We only understand light because it comes from darkness. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a dark room that's completely blacked out, you don't know what light is until you light that candle or you flick your bitch. You know what I'm saying? So, don't think that I'm like, oh, well, fuck Satan. You know what I'm saying? Is you unless you know really what Satan is or means, and let me clarify that real quick. Satan means adversary in Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Or Lucifer, the light bearer, angel of light. Which is, one can argue, is a completely separate thing. As opposed to Satan, the adversary. But it all kind of breaks down into this thing of dusk and dawn, man, light and darkness. The sun rises every day, surely it will set. So, set, S-E-C-T, ha ha ha, occult pun. You know what I'm saying? So, it's not all light and I'm protected by the white light of love. No. But I wouldn't, whenever I think of the word Satanist, I think of Anton LaVey, and I think of LaVeyan Satanism, or theistic Satanism. And I'm neither of those things. I have a tattoo of Anton LaVey. I used to call myself a LaVeyan Satanist years and years and years ago. I have a high respect for LaVey as a hustler and a businessman, not as an occultist. Satanism, in that sense, is actually a big stepping stone for a lot of Selamites. I know a lot of Selamites who come from that same exact background. So I just want to clarify that real quick. But no, I'm not a Satanist, guys. I'm a Selamite and I'm an occultist. Please educate yourself on the terms before you hit me up and what's it like being a Satanist and how is it being in the Church of Satan? Because, I'm not.
Yeah, because they're not really going to be able to get an answer about that one. But, I mean, okay, now, talking about something completely different, but it is something that a lot of people asked about. I mean, we've had fans, post on the event page, asking if you would ever do an Australian tour.
I just did the only other interview I've done in a long time, not so long ago, was with a cat from Western Sydney Hip Hop, and they were really adamant about that question too. I'd absolutely love to go to Australia. I'd love to tour out there. I'd love to do fucking Australia, Germany, UK. I'd love to go anywhere in the world and promulgate and spread my music and spread the SKR virus. But I mean, what you guys need to understand is that when it comes to touring, guys, it's not like we can just buy a plane ticket and go over there. There's serious business that needs to be done. And, if any promoters are listening right now from Australia, if you want to book us on the Australian tour, get at me if you're serious. I'd love to go out there, but, touring is a serious thing, and it's not something that you just throw together. So would I be up for doing a tour? Absolutely. Can I say for sure that I'm going to be out there fucking tomorrow? Of course not.
Yeah.
There's my answer to that. As well as the answer, are you coming here? Are you coming here? That's my answer to all of it, guys. I definitely want to go everywhere. I love you all, but...
Got to get in touch with those promoters and get it booked.
Exactly. Hit up some promoters, hit up some fucking venues, Let them know, hey, I want to bring this guy here. And, show them my fucking press kit or give them some facts about me, see if they're interested, and have them contact me.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, and again, jumping around, I'm sorry, but what would you say, and I know you've had a lot of, moments in your career at this point, but thus far, what would you say your, shining moment, like your proudest moment, biggest accomplishment kind of thing? What would that be for you personally?
Sorry, I had to give my woman a smoochie, a little smooch. Thank you.
And there you see SickTanick and Razakel.
As far as, God, that's such a hard fucking question to answer, man. I think I don't know, there's a couple of milestones in my career for me. I mean, for me personally, like my personal, as like a personal, person, my biggest milestone was being able to perform at NotaCon.
Mm-hmm.
That was a huge, huge deal to me personally. And that was definitely one of the best times of my life for sure. And I got connected with so many people, so many awesome people. And I got a chance to perform in front of a crowd that I would normally never in a million years have a chance to perform in front of. So I'm so very grateful for that. So that's a huge milestone for me. Going on national tours, my first one, that's a big milestone for me. I mean, that's really every artist's goal eventually is to go on tour. So that was absolutely amazing. And shout to Joe and Mark, Lives in Entertainment, for making that dream come true for us.
Mm-hmm.
And then, man, collabing with Isham, that's a a big milestone for me. Just because, man, to me, he started this shit as far as what I used to do back then, and that was the groundwork for what I do now as far as production and stuff like that. So, being able to do it for him, and the fact that he gave me props on my beat, and I didn't pay a fucking single penny for it.
Oh, wow.
Those are the things for me, because, and I'm not saying that to be a dick or be conceited either, like, I'm just being honest. Like, I don't pay for collabs, I never have and I never will. So, being able to do that track, the fact that he gave me props on my beat, and the fact that I didn't have to pay him for that track is definitely a huge check mark on my list. God, man. Those are three huge things for me. So there's a lot more things, like, and stuff, that I'll keep private, but I'm happy with where I'm at as an artist, and I'm, like, happy with my camp. And really, I don't just think about me, I think about my camp, and my camp as a whole has so many milestones now that I'm very humbled. You know what I'm saying? Fucking look at Six Mouth, dude. His fucking song's gonna be in a fucking a huge motion picture. You know what I mean? Like that's an SK. That's a Stitch Mouth fucking milestone, but that's an SKR milestone too. So I think about stuff like that, and we're past 1 million views on our YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, just little things like that, like, that just show how we've grown over the years. I consider those all, milestones to me.
Awesome. Another fan question, and this fan, pretty much, an SKR fan overall, loves all you. And they had asked, is there any, potential for you guys actually doing a cipher, all of you together in the future?
I don't know. I'm like, I've never really done the cipher thing. I'm not really a fan of it personally. But I'm sure, like, you're going to see a lot of SKR inner collabs coming soon. Me and Stitch Mouth have this new track we're working on right now. His parts are done. I'm fucking, my parts are written. I just got to record the shit. It's going to be a dope-ass track. And we have a lot of other things in the work too. There's a new Team Death record me and Raz are working on. And we still plan on doing the Midnight Society as well, which is our group project as a whole camp. So, we have that stuff to look forward to. Will we ever do a cipher? I don't know, maybe. But for me personally, I've never really been a big fan of ciphers. That's just like, I'm not a big fan of like traditional hip hop. I've never have been. So, maybe I need to break out of my shell and try something like that, but it's not something I'm like, oh yeah, let's do a cipher, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not something for tomorrow. I mean, speaking of, label mates, but also getting, a little bit into your personal life, one of the fans wanted to know, how did you and Razakel actually meet? Because we know, you two have been together for a long time. Everybody, it's pretty public knowledge, but, I don't know if you've ever addressed how the two of you actually met.
Yeah, I've talked about it before in fucking interviews years ago and shit. But for the new school fans who don't know, and for the person who's asking, to make the long story short, as short as possible, me and her met online through a mutual friend at the time, and we just kind of, started talking. She did music. I was shopping for a female artist at that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
And I really liked what she did. She wasn't like girl. She wasn't like a girl. She was like a dude.
As you get smacked.
Fucking bitch went hard, yo. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard a girl talk about some of the shit that she talks about, and I was like, yo, this is dope. But she had a boyfriend at the time. I had a girlfriend at the time. And I mean, what can I say? One thing led to another and shit, and we really liked each other a lot, and we weren't happy in the relationships that we were in at that point in time, and so I pretty much went, and she lived about 3 hours away from me. I went and drove and took her away from that horrible place, and, I got rid of my girlfriend at the time, and she moved in, we hooked up, and she didn't move in. She came down, and there was a while there where it was like, it was a little bit of a long distance thing, but we quickly closed the gap on that, and we're going on 8 years this September.
Oh, wow.
Our 8-year anniversary, so September 11th. Admiral Akbar.
And I mean, how is it though? I mean, usually when you see like someone that's actually in this business and things like that, you see like one member of a couple is, with both of you in it, does it ever get kind of weird, with guys coming on to her and girls coming on to you, or the other one's just kind of like, no, get away from, or anything like that?
We understand that it's a part of the business. Whenever we first got together, I was more the jealous type, and I'm man enough to admit that. But I was a different person back then too. So for the initial year, with the initial, I'd say, first 2 years of our relationship, it was rough for me. And I think, and probably, rough on her. I can't speak for her, but I'm not going to rough on her too. But I don't get the abundance that she does. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit easier, for me to disregard, because it's expected. Raz is a pretty girl. She's very talented. She's fucking hot. You know what I'm saying? People are going to hit on her. And that's fine. It's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I trust my woman, and, she has my unequivocal trust. And, so I ain't worried about it. I think we're really unique, and I'm so glad that I have a girlfriend who does music. When I first started doing music, I lost so many girlfriends, so fucking many over the years, because, my music was my livelihood. It was me, and that came first. You know what I'm saying? Period. And I was always up front with girls way back then. My music comes first. If you can't take it, then don't get with me. And they get with me, they couldn't take it, so I had to take them to the curb. So I'm very lucky, because we don't have to deal with that. We both know what it's like being in this situation. So I'm very lucky. You know what I'm saying? In that fact, I don't have to worry about that aspect. And, though we've been together so many years, there's still a line there. You have, Andreas and Lizette, and then you have SickTanick and Razakel. And Razakel knows that SickTanick's the boss. So, I'm just being real. When it comes to business, our relationship has no play in that at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't. So, but whenever it comes to our personal relationship, it's an equal thing. But yeah, I consider myself to be a very lucky guy. Raz is a beautiful girl, and I have no idea why or what she sees in my fat ass. Other than the fact that, you know what I'm saying, I got my fucking gets my eyes, my catch. I mean, she loves me. I know she does. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm very lucky, and, you know, I'm not talking down about myself either, but I'm the lucky guy, and, you know, people can hit on her all to their heart's content, and it just is what it is. It comes with the territory. Just don't come to me to hit on my woman. I've had people do that before.
Yeah, that would be awkward.
Like, you're fucking stupid. Like, if you want to go tell her she's hot, go tell her. Like, I already know she's hot. You know, I get to hit it all the time. So, go tell her if it's your desire to let her know. She ain't gonna be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever, man. I'm just not a jealous dude. You know what I'm saying? She's, you know, I can't impede her will, but her will is to love me. So.
That's awesome. Yeah, got to get the evil laugh on the end there.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. I have to be sinister and evil.
Well, one of our guys, and I believe you know him too, Spitz, he's actually going to be on after me tonight. He wants to know what is in those cheeseburgers that you're constantly talking about.
Man, I need to give away my damn reputation. No one.
Spitz, you aren't getting those cheeseburgers.
My one trait outside of being a rapper is the fact that I can make a hell of a motherfucking cheeseburger. And I ain't telling no one how I make them. All I can say is that I use New Mexico green chili, because that's our shit. New Mexico green chili.
Not Colorado.
No. And I love, mad loves Colorado. Y'all know I love you. But don't take our green chili. That's our shit. You can have your fucking marijuana. Keep it fucking cool. But green chili is New Mexico's, and New Mexico's only, motherfuckers. I say that with nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? Of course, just joking.
Oh, man.
Really, it's our shit. I don't fucking want to have to call Heisenberg and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is shit's about to get Breaking Bad up in this motherfucker. Y'all keep trying to steal our chili.
Oh, man. And there's always a buzz around, you know, Strictly for the Wicked. I mean, can you tell us anything about Strictly for the Wicked that's coming up this year? Any spoilers, anything like that?
Okay, I'll let out a little bit tidbit information. I am thinking about doing another two-day festival this year. And I am thinking about doing it in 2 different locations.
Oh.
Other than that, you'll see March, April, May, June. If I add new artists to the camp, which let me clarify too. There's one artist that's already signed, like pretty much.
Oh, wow.
Just behind the scenes right now until I get this talent contest out of the road. So you will see one new S.B.R. artist for sure this year. But I have a good feeling at the 3 I'm looking at right now, I know I'm pretty damn sure I'm going to get him too. So if that's the case, you'll see the new S.B.R. dance at this year's Strictly for the Wicked. Other than that, I don't want to say the locations yet. I don't want to say nothing else really. I'm still in, you know, that isn't for sure yet either. I don't know if it's going to be 2 days, but I am leaning toward that. 2 days in 2 locations that aren't far from each other, so people can pretty easily drive to both.
Awesome.
And both days will have different people on them too. And I usually start looking around now, but I'm not going to, so please don't start harassing me, as I know probably some of you are already like in the message on Facebook inboxing me right now asking me about Strictly. Please don't. I'm not going to start looking until after my talent search is over. Then I will start seeing who I'm going to book this year. Also, please bear in mind too, I'm not really like doing the hookup anymore with people. It's kind of one of these things. Do us good, bring us out for a show, I'll hook you up with a slot. If you have absolutely nothing to offer me, then don't hit me up. This is business, and I'm not going to do giveaways just because I want to be nice anymore. That part of me is over now. I've been fucked over way too many times, and I'm sick of it. Yeah, that's Strictly, and I do aim for it to be in September again. But there's other things going on right now too that may change that. But I definitely want to push and keep it traditional and keep it in September.
Awesome, awesome. So, I mean, is there, is there any thoughts of a tour before September, or is that just kind of something that maybe it'll come up, maybe it won't?
That's kind of one of those things that maybe it'll come up, maybe it won't. I know we have a couple of people right now that are really trying to put something together. I've never done business with them before, so I can't say. I don't want to say yes or no because I don't want to look like a dick and say yes, we're going to go on tour, and then guess what? Fucking we don't get to.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know at this point. I don't know if I'd love to, absolutely. I'd love to do the summer tour. I'd definitely love to do a Children of the Great Lakes 3. You know, but it's not really up to me. It's up to if someone wants to do it. And, you know, I don't know. I'm probably in talks with someone right now. We'll see how that goes. There's some other stuff's got to pan out first. And, you know, we'll see. In the words of Dana White, we'll see. And by the way, let me just clarify real quick. I am missing the fights because of this interview, so everyone's so special because I'm an MMA fucking nut. And I never miss fights for anything, so that's how much I love everyone that's listening. I'm missing the fights for you.
Well, we actually have just one more question for you, and then we'll actually, you know, let you get to your MMA fights, and we'll let them get there too, because they're probably missing it too to listen to you. So y'all got dedication on both parts. But one of our one of your fans, not one of my fans, I don't have fans, but one of your fans had contacted, and she works with Hip Hop Worldwide Youth Scholars. And she wanted to know, what would you suggest to troubled teens across America right now, if you could say anything to them?
If I could say anything to troubled teens, that's a tough one.
I know. I know it's important, or I wouldn't have asked, but it is a tough one.
Yeah, you know, I mean, the problem with a question like that is what's troubled? You have to ask yourself, really, what's troubled? Are we talking emotional distress? Are we talking economic distress? Are we talking, you know, there's so many troubles in the world. You know, but I will say that life is a motherfucker, man. It has its ups, it has its downs. Sometimes you hit rock bottom, but that's a good thing. Because when you hit rock bottom, you know that there's nowhere else, nowhere else to go other than up. You know, and I'll quote the Book of the Law real quick and say, you know, every man and every woman is a star. And I want everyone listening to know, whether you're a troubled teen or not, that you are all unique and special in your own beautiful way. And don't ever let anyone take that from you. Don't ever let anyone impede you from doing your will or discovering your will. You know, and just always know that there's always alternatives. And always know, I live my life by this saying, things could always be worse. And I truly mean that. When I wake up and I have a bad fucking day, at the end of the day, I sit down, I meditate, I chill the fuck out, and I always tell myself, you know, dude, things could always be worse, because they can. What we know as hardships here in America isn't shit. It's not. And I'm not like a big, person, oh my god, people in fucking Zaire are dying. I feel so bad, because I'd be lying to you. I don't give a fuck. But I think about it like this. I recognize the fact that things could always be worse. I could be over there right now. I could be in fucking Afghanistan where I couldn't listen to the type of music I want to. I'd be completely ostracized from any type of social interaction because of my numerous tattoos, piercings, and the fact that I'm not Islamic. Not to say that, you know, there's not non-Islamic people in Afghanistan, but I think you catch the drift. Or it could be even more simple, dude. You could be one of these cats out here on the streets that has nothing. Nothing at all. You have no family. You have no friends. You have an addiction you have to feed. And your life is completely meaningless. So, whenever you're having a bad day and you're feeling down, music, man. Let the music do the hurting for you. You know what I'm saying? Read a book. Find a book and read it. Don't stay the fuck on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Go outside. Go outside and look up at the sky sometimes, guys. It's beautiful. And I hate to sound like a fucking hippie, but I'm just being real with you. I mean, I remember the first time I saw the ocean, you know what I'm saying, which was like, 3 or 4 years ago. It was like a fucking experience to me. You know, just knowing, like, wow, I'm looking at the fucking ocean, like, endless water as far as the eye can see. You know, I think as human beings, we take the little things in life for granted. You know, and I think it's important to recognize those little things sometimes. And sometimes those little things mean so much, but you don't pay attention to it because you're so, like, caught up in other shit. You know what I'm saying? So just know that things could always get worse, and always pull yourself up, always hold yourself up, and always rely on number one. Never rely on another person because people fail you. You always gotta fucking rely on yourself. And as human beings, we're strong we're strong creatures and we're weak creatures. But really, it's up to you to make a decision as whether you want to be strong or weak about something. So, I think that if I were to tell, anyone, a troubled teen, that would be my spill to them, is just know things can always be worse. Lift yourself up and fucking don't be a little bitch about it. That's a big reflection on society that I see right now, that I see. We baby people now. I talk about it in my song America. It's like, back in the day, the loser would be the loser in a fucking game of dodgeball. Now everybody's a winner because everyone needs to feel special. You know what I'm saying? Kids don't have any fucking discipline nowadays. You know what I'm saying? They're given everything on a silver platter. They don't have to work for anything. Mommy and daddy pay for everything. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that's a big reflection on us. And if you're having a rough time, don't be a fucking bitch about it. Get up off your ass and do something about it. No one can help yourself. No one can help you but you. Period. You can have all the homies in the world. You can fucking have, whatever you want in life. But at the end of the day, only you can help you. And it's up to you if you want to. Don't be fucking lazy. Get off your ass and fucking do something. If you're not happy, change the situation and make yourself happy. There is no excuse. None. I know I've met homeless people that are happiest people in the world. So don't sit there and fucking tell me that because your car broke down and you stubbed your toe this morning and you're fighting with your significant other and your parents divorced when you were 15, that life is horrible and you want to kill yourself. Don't be a little bitch. You know what I'm saying? Get up off your ass and fucking do something about it. That's all there is to it. That would be my advice to triple teams. Don't be a bitch, get off your ass and just do it. Nike swoosh.
Awesome, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you being on here, and we're going to, as we end this interview, we're going to play your song, Look Away. Is there anything you'd like to say about that song? Any shout-outs to fans or anything?
Basically, just thank you everyone who listened tonight. I appreciate all your support. Through listening to my incoherent mumbling of nonsense, I hope your questions were answered, and I hope you enjoyed listening to the program. And thank you guys for having me. Of course, it's much appreciated. I'm glad to do it, and I fucking thank you. It's ants. Sorry, I have a homeboy stopping over. Okay. Thank you for listening. You guys are all fucking awesome, and thank you for having me. And as always, as far as personally, the last thing I'll close out with is I've said like 2 or 3 other times through this whole thing is, do without will shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will. As far as my song, Look Away was a song I wrote to everyone who ever doubted like that. Like, when people get mad at me, it amuses me in a way. So, I kind of, that was like, I guess, my big fuck you to everyone. Like, haha, like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't need your schooling after all, even though I kind of wish I did finish high school and went on to college sometimes. I gotta be real about that. So it's stay in school, seriously. I hate to tell kids, but stay in school and then go to college. And we need smarter people in this fucking country right now. You know, and yeah, the song, that fucking Look Away is like pretty much a big fuck you to everyone who ever doubted me, man. That's pretty much what the song is.
All right. Well, thank you so much, SickTanick. That was SickTanick. We're glad to have you on here. This is Look Away on Muser.
Stood in opposition, who never listened, who always said it was my mission to have ambition and be the very definition of a musician and finally get my recognition. I was told that I would never make it, I wouldn't wait for success, so I had to go out and take it. I did it all on my own terms, a fat white boy from the metal subculture, and now the hate is even more intense cause of my lyrical content. To most it don't make sense, I won't repent in this business game. I built my name and my brand and that shit'll never change, but at the end of the day I'm still me, and whatever that is, I rise above conformity. And now you look at me with eyes of jealousy, because I'm everything you'd only dream you'd be. How you like me now? How you like me now? Take a look at the monster you have made. How you like me now? Can you see me now? Do you look away because you feel ashamed? Can you hear me now? Can you feel me now? I am the scapegoat, the reason for you to blame. How you like me now? Then I won't back down. Save yourself from the pain and look away. How you like me now? How you like me now? Take a look at the monster you have made. How you like me now? Can you see me now? Do you look away because you feel ashamed? Can you hear me now? Can you feel me now? I am the scapegoat, the reason for you to blame. How you like me now? Then I won't back down. Save yourself from the pain and look away. I never graduated high school, I couldn't follow orders, I couldn't live by all the rules. Wouldn't be used as a tool by fools who tried to change who I was, so they pushed and they pulled. I am what I am, I say what I say, and I'll be damned if I let a single person up in my way. If I'm a failure, I'm damn good at failing. If I'm an artist, I'm damn good at painting a real picture for you all to see, and the title happens to be for the world that doubted me. Living my dream without a single regret. You can call me outcast, cause I'll always be a reject from the social norm in any form. Even though I was born into a cold world, I stayed warm. So here I am, look at me with jealousy. I'm everything you'd only dream that you could be. How you like me now? How you like me now? Take a look at the monster you have made. How you like me now? Can you see me now? Do you look away because you feel ashamed? Can you hear me now? Can you feel me now? I am the scapegoat, the reason for you to blame. How you like me now? Then I won't back down. Save yourself from the pain and look away. How you like me now? How you like me now? Take a look at the monster you have made. How you like me now? Can you see me now? Do you look away because you feel ashamed? Can you hear me now? Can you feel me now? I am the scapegoat, the reason for you to blame. How you like me now? Then I won't back down. Save yourself from the pain and look away. How you like me now? How you like me now? How you like me now? Can you see me now? Can you hear me now? Can you feel me now? How you like me now? Then I won't back down.